Hi, I'm Miss Rout and I'm your social studies teacher. And I just wanted to pop in today just to go over what important event happened today 19 years ago. Now, September 11th, 2001, you've probably already heard about 9/11 from your parents, or maybe you've heard in the news or people talking about it. But I just think it was really important for me to go over exactly what happened that day. I know it was 19 years ago and you all weren't even born yet, but it's so important to our country and what our country did and how we stood together and we were strong together. And I can remember exactly where I was that day that it happened. I was teaching at the middle school, and I was Miss Tompkins. I wasn't even married then, and I was teaching, and my principal pulled me in. I was in the library trying to plan for my lessons, and my principal pulled me in, and he said, showed me the TV, and he said, something's going on, okay? And we could see this is the World Trade Center. It was in New York, and during this day, there was a terrorist attack. Now, I'm not telling you all this to scare you. I was just telling you to let you know what happened and how our country came together, okay? So, on 2000, let me click on, okay? There was 4 airplanes that took off like a normal day. This day started off just like a normal day, like any other day. And people were riding on the airplanes, and they didn't realize that they were getting ready to be taken over. There was hijackers, there was terrorists on these planes, and there was 4 of them. This was the first one, and at 8:46, it crashed into one of the World Trade Centers. Now, the World Trade Centers were known as major economic places or businesses that everybody in the world was in here, and they were working, starting their normal day. And at 8:46, you can see here that one of the trade towers was hit with a plane that was hijacked. Then later another plane came and hit here, and so now we've got 2 trade centers that have been hijacked. And everybody, this is what I saw when I was 19 years ago. We didn't know what was going on, and then we find out that there's 2 other planes out there. Okay, and one other plane hit the Pentagon, and this is a place where all the military people were. And so now they hit the plane. There's still another plane out there going that they know of that was hijacked. Okay. So now as this all is going on, the World Trade Centers, remember there's these huge tall buildings, and they couldn't withstand the airplanes, the impact that happened. So they didn't know this. And there's firefighters running in to help people, and all these heroes are, trying to save these people. And the 2 towers, one collapses and another collapsed. So now the World Trade Centers went down. And just think about all these heroes, and that's what we need to always thank our firefighters, always thank our police, because they were trying to save as many people as they could. And this is at 10:28 that day. And we were still at school, we were trying to go on, we didn't know exactly what to tell everybody was going on. So now the trade centers are collapsing here. Keep going. So now there's another plane going on, and they find out there is hijackers on that plane, and the passengers are on there, and they know that it's hijacked, and they get together. This is how great Americans are, great American citizens. And they get together and they're like, we're going to rise up, and we're going to take these hijackers down, because they don't know where this 4th plane's going. It might have been going to another building. So they fought the hijackers, and the plane went down in an abandoned field, and here in Pennsylvania, and all those people on there that did that were heroes that they saved, because we don't know where that last plane was going. So all this happened that day, and that night I remember they put up these 2 beams of light as a remembrance of the World Trade Center, and everybody was coming together because these terrorists thought it was going to break us apart, but not America. And we stood together, and we came together as one. People had flags on their yards. People were just being so patriotic. And we were standing together. And we can do this. And that's what we got to learn from this. That's why I love history. Because it teaches us, and it teaches us what we can do and how we can learn from our mistakes and our past. So, click again. Sorry, my board's on. Okay, so one more time. So we need to stand together. So why I always want to teach this is to make sure that a lot of scary stuff happens, but our country, we rise up and we stick together, And as a memory, in memory of all the people that lost their lives on 9/11, I want you to try to do one act of kindness today. It could be anything. You know, go do the dishes for your parents. Be nice to your brother and sister. Say thank you to somebody. You know, call up grandma and say I love you. Any little act of kindness would make a world of difference. And so in memory of what happened in 9/11, try to do that for me today. And you can tell your homeroom teacher what you did as an act of kindness. Okay? Thank you for listening. And just remember, be kind.